Lieutenant Ballet. A bit of Captain's blog is on the way. And I am the captain. I've updated the description box. Let me check. Look at this. Re-updating the box. Okay, so re-updated that. Hmm? Hmm. All right. Oh, I got a little bit more to go. Okay. Think that'll do it. There, that'll do it. All right. Um, description box is updated. Perhaps a bit of knitting will be going on my part. Because I am working on some finishing touches. The finishing look of my jacket, my patchwork jacket. This is week 4 of the 4 weeks, 4 lessons stitch along, hosted by Julia Maddow. So I'm on my fourth week, 4th lesson, and yeah, working on that. Um, so this week is like the cuffs and the borders. I don't know what they're called right now because uh, I didn't look at it. I was at the cuff, and the cuff is one of those stitches, one of those techniques that I haven't uh not well. I easier. I see a I see another way. So I'm taking the other way to make this cuff. It looks similar to me, so I can okay, so all right. So this week's lesson is how what make making cuffs. Making cuffs and I think they're called borders. I don't know. Edging. And the way that they're made, I did try it. I did attempt it. I did cheerlead myself. I did attempt. I tried changing my hook sizes um, from 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 5 millimeters to 5.5 millimeters to 6 millimeters to 6.5 millimeters. So I tried like at least 4 times. But each of those times had times. Each time I changed the hook size, I tried within that time of changing the hook size. Um, so there is another look or another like way that it looks it there's something else that looks similar to that to me that um is more accessible, so I'm doing that. I'm knitting. Okay, I'm knitting. I'm not crocheting this part. I'm knitting this part. And I'm liking how it's looking. I'm liking how it's feeling. I've always enjoyed the look and feel of this technique. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be cool to incorporate it into this digital project that I've been so enthusiastic about. And yeah, that's awesome to make it how do you say, make it unique, make it my own, a bit of creative license, just a bit what how to creative, yeah, just a bit, like instead of like I've kept it, I've enjoyed all of the steps to this. If there wasn't an accessible step for me, I created it. Like if the next step wasn't accessible to me, I was like, I'm gonna go over here on the accessible side over here. I'm not gonna walk those steps. I'm going to walk up this ramp over here. I see a ramp over there. I'm gonna go walk over the ramp. So I've made a couple of ramps for myself in this project, and I think I'm liking that. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about it. How about I say that? I say that. I'm feeling good about the ramps that I made. Um, I've watched the tutorials on how to do things. I've practiced the things and I build ramps to get to the other side of things. So that is amazing. Like it's more than amazing. This project has been more than amazing to me. And yeah, so I'm on the second cuff. Um I think I got my cuff just right. I think. I think I'm supposed to make it like uh, I think I'm supposed to make it the length of the shorter side. And for some reason, I thought I was measuring like the longer side. So I was like, oh. But yeah, I started measuring the shorter side. It was early in the morning, okay, when I started. Well, actually, I started Monday with my cuff. Well, actually, okay, so I started practicing on my cuff and attempting on my cuff on Monday. I don't know if I actually like created the ramp on Monday or was it Tuesday? Hmm. Because I kept giving it a good heave ho try, a good heave ho go at it. And then I was like, but there is another way. Um, Maybe I started it like late Monday night or in the Monday evening or Monday night, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Tuesday morning. I don't know. So it's done. I've started on the second one. I have this one to go and I have the edging to do, the border to do. When I get to that I'll look at it to see what it's called. I could pull it up now. See what is that called. Um, okay, sleeve cuff. hmm Um, Body edging. And what's the other one called? Neck, front buttonhole, band. Oh, I'm gonna be making bands. Okay, so body edging and bands. Okay, yeah, bands. Okay. Oh, okay, so I got more than what I thought. I thought I just needed two cuffs and then the edging. Because on another pattern on the Het Tanuga one, her top down cardigan, the band goes from up to down and around the whole cardigan. So it's like each side and down is all one. Okay. Okay. So this one is um separate, which I did see the tutorial and see. Okay, I just didn't have it in my speech when I just spoke. Okay, I gotta do the bottom band. That's separate, looks like, and then the neck band. So that's separate from the bottom body band. Mm, and then also it looks like the neck holes, or not the neck hole, the button holes are separate from the neckband or something like that. I'm not there yet. Working on the cuff, working on the cuff, working on the cuff, cuff, cuff. And I see yarn. What is it? Hold on. I just saw it. Somebody else is having a stitch along this a crochet along this summer. Um, Expression Fiber Arts is having a stitch along this summer with her beautiful, oh my goodness, beautiful, luscious, luxurious hand dyed yarns. Yum yum. Some of my favorite color combos. Um, a lot of the same colors that's in this cardigan that I'm creating now will be in that stitch along. So loving seeing that. Okay. So I got my metal needles, and I kind of was a little tempered earlier, so the coolness of the metal, I didn't mind it as much. Um, I think in my experience, mm, when uh, I, uh, with these metal crochet hooks in the winter, for me, like in the colder, I should say in the colder temperatures, for me is a no bueno because it's just so cold. But it's all right when it's a bit tempered. Like the coolness is actually a welcoming. So yeah, I'm like, okay, get it. Good thing it's in the spring, in the warmer side of the spring. This I know there are some birch knitting needles that I have my heart set upon. It's a few of them. It's what do you call different formats of them. There's the straight ones, the long ones, the short ones. Right now I'm working with a pair of long ones, which is a lot for the cuff that I'm creating, but it's okay. Hey, I'm all right with it. I like it. It's cool. I kind of had to get used to holding the longer ones because I'm like, what? Like, I know I got the longer ones to make bigger projects, to hold more stitches. That's why I got the longer ones. Mm. I was just talking about not having so many stitches and making smaller items and sewing them together to make bigger uh, items so that I don't so that I can work through it uh, with ease. Cause I like to get through my rows before I sit it down. Before I sit my work down, if I'm in between a row, I sitting it down in between a row. Oof, I have done it. Do I like to do that? I, I've done it though. The more stitches you have on there, the more possibilities you have to send it down before you finish the row. And the less you have on there, the more likely you are to finish the row before you have to put it down. Um, I got my I got my hands on the not at the moment though, but I got it earlier today or earlier yesterday. I got my copy of um Julia Middle Maddow Julia Maddow book Julia Maddow's book. I got my copy. Um I'm not looking at it at the moment. It's a clever title, and I began reading it, and I like how um, she has incorporated um, melodies into her book. Like it seems like her book it has a playlist. Um, I've noticed like two, at least two songs in the book, or like reference songs. Like they're not okay. So how it's shown, I can tell that it's a reference to a song. Like I mean, if it's not, it's not. When I see it, it seems like it's a reference to a song. And I think, yeah, she does reference one song in particular and artists as well. So it's like no doubt about it, it's a song reference. So, and she also has that saying. I think I saw this saying in her book. Oh, if I'm gonna say it wrong, okay, I might say it right. I think it says "stitch, please, stitch, please," like "stitch, please," like. So I did see a knitted sweater like that with a pattern and kit, and I was interested. I was interested. At the time, I was looking for like a crocheted version. I'm thinking though I could use the graph to crochet it though. Um, I'm just I'm just not ready for that yet. I just like the look of it. I was just probably looking for it to put on my TBR, on my TBC, to be crochet. Um, but yeah, she has that saying in her book. I don't know if that's her knitting project. It didn't come up as her knitted project though. When I was looking, I didn't finish. I almost finished reading everything that I saw. Maybe I did. I don't know why. I might have some more, a bit more to go. Maybe, maybe not. Um, I know I gotta sign in to Rivalry so that I can um um be. I'm already on Rivalry, and I was gonna sign in so that I can add Julia Mill. Why do I want to say middle? I don't know. It's Mado, like like Madeline, short for Madeline. That's what I saw when I saw it. Madeline. I don't know why I'm saying middle. Um, Madeline. Um, yeah, she's on Rivalry, and so yeah, looking up all the things for the connections and things for after this stitch along, so that I can continue along. Yeah, her book just came out last year. What, where, what? Okay, so maybe I was set apart. Perhaps I thought I was in the loop of things, but maybe I need to ask, like, um who has her book, and why folk come y'all didn't tell me about it? Like, I'm glad I know now. Uh, Her book has been out like a whole year. And yeah, so I do have my hands on it. I have my copy. No thanks to you guys. No thanks to you guys. Like, I think Kelly has a copy of this book. I'm not exactly sure. It's something similar to this if it's not this one. Um, so yeah, I'm like, I have dived into the um granny pool, the granny square pool, and I'm swimming. I have like, I don't know, at least three, four, maybe five, six books of granny squares on my TBC that I've added to, no, excuse, well, yeah, TBC, to be crochet, to be read, TBR. So yeah, I have those. I've added those books. Um, I Yeah, and that's Granny Squares specifically. I added like the other week. I think it was either last week or the week before. I added a couple of crochet books to my TBR. This this week, like I think it was just yesterday. It was either yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, well, the day before yesterday, I had seen that Julia Maddow had a book or has a book. So I began searching for it, and I saw that it was in my well, she has it on her webpage, and it's also in bookshop.org. and I shared my affiliate link for that. And I have my copy, and I got my copy yesterday morning. And then after I got my copy of her book, I also got like um a, a few more Granny Square books, and also some Granny Square like um video tutorials. I think they are a couple of those with Granny Square scarves and Granny Square I think it was a Granny Square purse. And I am gravitating towards my book. I have a book called Yarns that I dearly adore. There is a jacket in that book that I wouldn't mind creating, and a scarf in there. Quite a few Granny Square pieces in there. And the reason I bring that up is because the book that I have, Yarns, it creates its Granny Squares like no other person that I've seen create Granny Squares. It's like this book, Yarns. It's like I don't know if it's a rare Granny Square, or if it's just like regional. Perhaps it's regional. Because I do think the person is like in another country other than the United States of America. I did read the book. It's been years since I read the book. Um, but yeah, I think she's from another country, and when she does her granny stitching and granny squares, it's different. It's very different. So I'm very grateful that I have that book and um that reference. Uh yeah, because the heart, maybe I seen one person, but not so much. Not so much. Everybody's go-to is the DC, the DC3, the DC3. Everybody, like, they flip that DC so many times. Oh, I just used knitting uh my knitting needle as a what do you call that? A pointer, and pointed to my iPad with my knitting needle. It's long enough to be a pointer. Um, a small pointer, medium pointer. Yeah, but yeah, that DC3 is flipped so many times, like, and it's so many different ways to do the DC3 that it's like, yeah, but you don't know how to do it like this and learn it like this. Oh yeah, but we doing it like that. Do it like this. Oh, you can do it like this. Like, it's at least five different ways to do the DC3 that I have done. Like, starting the DC3 is and that's not even counting the different starting points. Like, that's the start, but then you got, your magic circle, your three chain, your four chain, your five chain, your six chain. And then, did I mention magic circle? And then you got your different ways of doing that. And then there's the DC3. And then you can reach around from behind and do the last square, the last stitches first. and then go on and then connect it. And then some people don't do that. Some people do the first stitches first and then go on and then connect it. And then some people um how do you what it do like a ladder up and then ugh, it's so many ways. It's so many and I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Okay. It's just within all these ways I hadn't seen so much the way that's in this book that I have. So I'm just like, why is that? Hmm. But yeah, yay, I got the book. Yay. So I got to learn a whole new form of granny square, a whole new look. I've done a few of them and I've done a project with them. I just dropped my knitting needle. Needle. Where did it go? It slipped out of my fingers when I was twirling it like a baton. Oh, where did it go? It helicoptered. Oh, there it is. Right there by my leg. Okay. DC3. I don't know if it's called that, but I just made it up. That's just what it is to me. The DC3. That's how it looks. But yeah, I got my hands on the book of Julia Maddow and Maddow, Madill, and that book looks amazing. I looked it up, and like one of the first um pictures I see is I think it I think it's a blanket. I think it's an Afghan. It I don't know. It uh, are there words that I have in my vocabulary? I'm like, I'm gonna need to step up my vocabulary just to talk about this book because it's more than amazing. I think I've seen her work before when I was looking up I was looking up crochet quilting qu- a, a while back. I think that's the same picture that came up when I was looking that up. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks similar. Um, so I'm thankful for that because that's something that I like seeing. I do like seeing quilting, the quilting patterns, and to be able to crochet quilting patterns is amazing. Like more than amazing. Like more than amazing, okay? Like more than amazing. Um, and her book has a pattern in there, and it has all kinds of shapes and colors. Oh, the colors. There is one color combo side by side that I wouldn't mind changing. I'm like, can I substitute some of these colors? Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, I would like this color to be a little bit more neon. I would like this color to be a little more brighter. So I don't mind all the colors. It's just some of them I wouldn't mind to be like I think it's like a what is it like a the green, the apple green. It kind of doesn't look apple green to me, but that's probably the picture. Um, but you know what? It is apple green because I have that same color green right here, and it's called apple green. So that's what apple green looks like. Okay. That's what apple green looks like. But yeah. I was doing the what all yarns I needed to create this masterpiece. Okay, this work of art. This is it in the museum? Because the Museum of Arts, because it looks like it needs to be in the Museum of Arts. Um, it'd be cool to have it. It looked like it'd be a cool blanket to play on. At the same time, it also looks like a work of art that needs to that's in the museum, and like uh, it looks historical, like it has a story, like so that's the only actual item I've seen in the book, and I'm just in awe already. And I began reading the book. Um, I read Chain Chain Chain. I read Work, and I read up to the picture part of the first pictures of the Granny Square, the Granny Square and the Granny Star. I read up to that picture and and stopped at the next part, um, so that I can get back to my lesson 4. I was like, I can't sit here and read this. I did it though. I mean, I enjoyed what I was doing. I just was like, okay, I read up to that part. Now set it down and get back to my lesson 4, week 4, because I do enjoy how the book is read. It's a bit. I kind of want to say it's a bit like having somebody sitting beside you explaining it to you. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know if I hadn't met, but I don't, could be if like the topic was crocheting and they had all the time in the world to sit there and tell you about it. Like if it was like I don't know if it was that situation or if it was like a summer camp um type of situation. I don't know. It sounds good so far. I haven't attempt. Well, I did attempt the back loop only. The back loop only. I did attempt that. Not then when I was reading the books. Cause I was thinking like, could I attempt this with the words in this book? Um, I don't know. I didn't try it yet. Um, I did get the other Granny Square books. I've been interested in the Granny Square cards that I've seen. Um, there's also Granny Square flowers and Granny Square foods. And I'm like, okay, Granny. Um, so I do have that um affiliate link for the Granny Squares. They are available in my bookshop. I actually added it to my crochet book bookshelf in my bookshop, as well as Julia Meadows' book. I've added both of those books, both of those items to my crochet bookshelf. There's also another book. called Granny Squares. All Things Granny Squares, or the Granny Square book. It's called the Granny Square book, and it's by Megan. I think her name is Megan. I'm not looking at it at the moment. But the Granny Square cards are by, I think her name is Kelly, and the book is by Megan. So both of those items have been added to my bookshop affiliate shop storefront. Because I've been eyeing those and looking into those and would like to share them with you all. I've asked others about the Granny Square cards and have learned the official one. So the bookshop.org has the official ones, and those are the ones that I added to my crochet book uh, shelf, along with Julia Meadows' uh, Granny Square book. Um, Anything else? So yeah, I share books that I'm enjoying, interested in, and would like to share with you all. Um, that's my affiliate bookshop storefront, so that I can hand it over to you. I can hold, that's me holding the bookshop open, the bookstore door open for you to walk on in and enjoy yourself, peruse, and help local bookshops via our online purchases. Thought that was such a cool thing to do, you know. Um, we like shopping online, and we like local bookshops. So win 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 win. Uh, so yeah, I'm look. Oh, and I also saved Granny Square shirt, a Granny Square off the shoulder shirt. It looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. It look good. It look good. Like it looks so good. And so I saved that to learn that. And yeah, I I I made I'm here for it. Here I am. And to see that Julia Maddow has presented like different shapes and different combinations. And she says that she did that because she was looking for it and it wasn't there. And so she created it. And she shared that in her search, she she thought she'd be tired of granny squares. And I was like, ah, but I'm just now getting into them. I'm just now, I'm just now letting granny loose, like letting the granny loose, like stop making the excuses, like, and just let Granny at it, just enjoy the Granny squares in all their glory. So she's created different shapes, and that's eye popping. Like, it's like eye popping. Like like I was looking at it, I was just like jaw drop salivation. Like yummers. And the color combos. This is like when you interested in something, but you're not intrigued. But now I'm intrigued. Tell me more. And her book tells us more about granite squares. And so does the granny books. Okay, so what I saw with the granny books and the cards comes with a little booklet. I don't know what the little booklet says or how deep is its love. I don't know how deep that little booklet info goes. Um, but for the most part, the cards are diagrams, which I have learned to read. Yay! But not all diagram. Now I've learned to read the diagrams for this pattern that I'm working on this with this stitch along. Um, the book, All Things Granny Square, I think that's what it's called, by Megan. That book like seems like it goes into more details. So it's like get it, get it all. Like get the book, get the cards, get them other cards, get those cards, get that card, and have fun. So yeah, it looked like the book does the more explaining. Um, just a bit much. I don't know if that the pamphlet does that explaining as well, like I said, because I didn't see it. Um, but yeah, if you like, I think like when I looked at it and saw that the book is more in word form, like I haven't read it. I did skim it, uh, and it has more words and details. So I was like, okay, so if you get the directions more through words, then the book would be a great resource. And if you cool with the diagrams, the cards are a cool research. Um, in my experience, I've gone back and forth with the words and the diagrams to see how they line up together, like to see that translation, to see the words translated into the diagram. How does that look? And vice versa. So that's what I've done to help me in my learning to read the patterns and the diagrams. So it's like a word translation thing from the words to the diagrams. So yeah, get both formats. Uh, I'm coming up on the end of my my red. I'm gonna have to look and see if I have another red that's similar to this. I think this was my only red like this. And I'm gonna have to make a knot in it to connect it if I want to connect it that way. Let me look. I might have a piece of red. It's already been worked in. Ooh, this red is so bright. Oh my goodness. I already know, like it's, oh wait, it's so bright. Oh my goodness. This ain't gonna do. This is not gonna do. I knew it. Okay, well, this is so bright. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Not this one. Not this one. I can't connect this to that. Mm-mm. It's too different. I'm talking about the yarn colors and matching it with my project. Oh, that is not gonna match like that. Cause I'm running I've ran out of yarn in the middle of my cup. Fudge. Fudge brownies chocolate cake. Okay, I have this other red that's less brighter than that other red that I picked up. Like that other red was so much brighter than this red. It like I was had mentioned before, like it has like a orange undertone, and this red has more of a blue undertone. So I need another red like that, like another darker red. I guess I'm gonna have to use this red. They kind of match. They match more so than that orange red. Is that all I got? Those are the oranges. I mean, see, it's so bright. It's like orange compared to that other red. Um, I think that's it. Let me check one more again. This is the pink I thought I had. Thought I was working with this pink. Um, okay, that's for a different project. That's for my other jacket. Ooh, I got another game for my other jacket. Okay, do I have another game for this jacket? I'm putting out my yarn for my other jacket. This this is purple. This isn't red. Let me see. No, that's purple. take these other put them with my jacket. What? Is it connected to something? Oh yeah, it's connected. Just instead of trying to pop me out, another project. Of course, it's already in progress. That red, I don't know. That might be hot, dark pink. Uh-uh. It's red though. It's red. Yes. Okay, I got some pink and I got my multi-purple. I think that's what this called for my other jacket color combo. And I guess it's just me and you, Big Red. Me and you and I together. You gonna come in the clutch? You gonna make it work? Let's see. Not that much off. Not that much. Not like the other one. So it gotta be you. You ready? You ready to get off the bench and get in the game? Okay, you can do it. Oh, I need to put my cup somewhere else. Did it? Where's my cup? I think it toppled. I gotta tuck that cup inside the sleeve because I just had it laying on top of the sleeve. Now I don't see it. Think I knocked it down when I went for the yarn. I didn't have it in my hand. Nope. Well, I did, but I thought I put it back. I did. I did put it back. I put it back. Oh Lord. Maybe. Otherwise, I was talking when I did it. Okay, let me put my sleeves better together. Thank you. Where's my cup? Not to fold all of it up into each other. I'm looking for my finished cup that I had. I picked it up for a second, but I had the long tail end wrapped around it, so I didn't unwrap it to demonstrate while I was talking. I picked it up while I was talking about it. Okay, the pink. That's the pink I have for my club fairy. Did I not get around? Let's see. Uh, so this seems like you. This seems like you went far. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Seems like it done went for a walk. Didn't take it over there. Put it right there. Maybe it fell back. All right. Cuff has been acquired and moved to a new location. It is back from its walk and has been added to an upper shelf because it's a smaller piece. Um, yeah, and I just set it like right on top of the other larger pieces, and it kind of got swiped swiped around a bit. So I have set it pretty on its throne so that it has its own seat. So now I got my big pound of yarn, big pound of love. I think it's, I don't know what it's called. 1 pounder. Yeah, 1 pound. Uh, and I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my salt. What was this? Ah, it was so soft. I think it was Premier. I think it was. It was soft. It's soft. So, glad I got to make the majority of my jacket the main color with the soft yarn. I knew it was coming up that I was getting and then I have all this other like I don't get stomach, but I have like a bunch of strips of yarn from when I was connecting the when I was whip stitching. But then if I connect it, that'll be a lot of knots. That'll be a lot of naughty. A lot of naughty. So that could go in its own project. Okay. Back to knitting. I have a skein at the end of my yarn now. It was nothing. It was just a strand of yarn tail swaying in the wind. So now I've connected it to another skein, this big pound that I thought I might have as my main color. So I had two yarns. I had a Premier yarn that I just am about to use up, and now I have this red heart super saver coming in the clutch. Pick it up and continue on with the finishing look of my jacket. They're just about the same color, just about, if not the same, they're just about the same color. So that's marvelous. I like seeing the geometric granny squares as well. So I got a couple of those patterns to create with. All types of different shapes. The heart shape. The heart shape was my favorite for a while when I was it still is. Um when I was reading Queen of Hearts by Colleen. I think her name is Colleen Coates. And I think she's from well, I, I want to say Canada, but possibly Germany. So yeah, I was reading while I was reading that when I was enjoying the series. I read the series, um, Queen of Hearts. I had learned the heart, the granny heart square, and I enjoyed that. I crocheted up a few times. Um, one making like a pillow, but not with one, with four. Because I didn't know if I wanted to do two or four, so I did four with that one. I actually is with one on one side and one four on the other side of the pillow. And then I made a vest. Um, I made a cosplay costume likened to Karai from the Ninja Turtles using um, the Granny Heart Square. And I made a vest and some like a boot warmer and a wrist warmer with the Granny Heart Square. And I also have a few more Granny Heart Squares that I made that I thought was gonna be a pillow because I did it in the same fashion as the first one, like four Granny Heart Squares and then one Granny Heart Square, but it was a different type of heart. But yeah, Granny Heart Square nonetheless. Um, but yeah, I didn't have the pillow. I thought I would get at, so at the moment. So right now it's just like two squares that could be anything. Like I could turn it into anything. I could turn it into a sweater. I could turn it into a blanket, a jacket, anything. A bag. I could turn it into a tote since it's two pieces. Because I've already sewed up the four granny squares and made it into one square, one big square. of 4. Then I have the other one. So it could be a tote. The possibilities are ever more. So I hadn't come up to the knot yet. There's quite a bit left. This it just like it was only one strand though. It wasn't a pool of yarn anymore. Just a strand dangling along. I thought if I'd keep on crocheting that I might that it would come through beforehand. So I needed to connect it so that it could be anchored to some more yarn so that when I do keep knitting, I'd be cool. And I could keep knitting with my yarn being attached to what it need to be. I don't know how many more rows the yarn would do. Let's see. It felt a bit loosey being a yarn tail dangling in the wind while I was crocheting. I mean, I have interchanged these knitting and crocheting terms. Knitting. I'm knitting now. Okay, it's coming up closer and closer. I don't know how many more. How many more? Let's keep going. It's close. And I see that there was a stitch along maybe 2 years ago. I'm not exactly sure because there was some dates of a granny square. I think of a granny square jacket. It was like a granny square plant thingy and maybe a granny square bag and maybe a jacket. Maybe I'm not exactly. Yeah. Yeah. A jacket. And I was like, mm, nah, mm, yeah. I was like, nah, like this. And I didn't know that the stitch alongs only happen. It seemed like they happen like annually. When I went and looked at the stitch along, oh, here come a knot. And it's about to change. It might change during this row. I didn't know that the stitch alongs happen annually. I was looking for like the next one, like it happens monthly. I was like, okay, when the next one, y'all? But yeah, looks like it might happen annually over there, and then like other people have stitch alongs that you can get on board with, like after or before the annual. Stitch Along at Yarnery. Okay, so yeah, that went my knot. That went in that row. So how many was that? I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 rows before I got to the 3, 4 before I got to that tail end. So now I'm there. Now I'm using the new yarn. Welcome in. Welcome in the new yarn. Welcome. Thank you to the old yarn. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to new yarn. Welcome. So yeah, there's a crochet along at Expressions Fiber Art, and I'm like, I got to see it via like a group. I saw it in on her page, and hadn't done all the things. I was looking at the pattern and putting the yarns in my cart. I She has a video talking about it, and questions. It's like it's a whole um, choose your adventure crochet along. So I was looking for all the things to get into for that. So with using this for my cuffs, the end yarn, I had like just enough for a whole cuff and then a piece of cuff, not half of a cup. So that's how much yarn I had from my main color. It may have been worked into though. My yarn may have been, because I think it was the right. Um, I think it was the right amount. It could have also been worked in, and I think I needed 2 balls. I think I'm not sure. When I be like, I think I need one, then I think I need two, and then I look and I think I need one, and I think I need two. But the two, I'm remembering now that I said that. The balls that you need two of is the flower power. That's what it says you need two of, the flower power yarn. Maybe my yarn was worked out of, so maybe that's why it didn't go the distance of the finishing for the jacket. Perhaps it went a ways though. It went a mighty ways. It just had what it had. It just had the second cuff, the body edging, and the neck to do. Well, it went a ways. It did both of the sleeves. I'm glad my sleeves are congruent. And I did use it for whip stitching, so I was thinking about that. Like, did I need to use it for whip stitching? Maybe the whip stitching stitches is what took away from it. I was thinking maybe I needed to do that in a different um, yarns to keep my main color yarn. But we here. It's all good. Yarn is a flowing. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so 21. I got a ways to go for the cuff. I got about and then, oh my goodness. Okay, so for the, well, I'm not even there yet. Let's stay here. For the body, it's going to be more, and for the neck part, it's going to be more. This one is the most, this is the smallest part of the week 4. Then there'll be more stitches and more rows. More stitches and more rows. I might want to change my needle size. It might stop hitting my leg. But sometimes I use it to balance the needle. But it maybe could be going smoother with shorter needles, possibly. Hmm. Let me go ahead and change up my needles if I can. Let me check. Hmm. So I'm going to change my I about to say my crochet hook sizes. I'm going to change my knitting needle sizes. Not size, well, lengths. I'm going to change my knitting needle lengths. Whew, and they are cold just by me sitting them down just now. They are cold. Okay. Keeping the size, changing the length. I'm glad they're color coordinated. These might be the only fives I have at the moment. I thought I had some wooden fives. 5 millimeters, 8 US. See if this will do anything different, changing the hook because it kind of was getting tangled in my yarn. Um, I was knitting earlier. Okay, I've changed it, changed my sizes, and then it was hitting my leg. So it kind of was like disturbing the groove that could be. So now that we've got the shorter length, okay, they're not hitting my leg. Let's get into this groove that could be. It's gonna be, let's see. Oh yeah, it's gonna be May. Wow. Yeah. See, those other ones, so long they were touching my leg. These ones, not so much. Okay. Come on through. Come on through, shorter knitting needles. Come through. Okay, the longer needle ones came through too. They came through. Why didn't I use these in the first place? Because one of the tips are chipped. That's why. And I have a project on the other pair, but I don't see the other half to the one I have on the project. So it's like I got 3 knitting needles when I bought 4. I bought 2 in a pair. I think I got 1 pair with a kit, and then I bought another pair because the 1 pair had a chip, and then I bought the longer pair for bigger projects. So out of the 3, out of the 3 pairs, I have 8. How'd it go? It's an odd number. It's an odd number. missing one of the needles. So I use a needle from one pair to another depending on the project I'm working on. But I don't know where that other, anyways, because I don't know if I put it up there with the project because the project is on the needle. It's on the needle up there and it needs a stopper on it because I just had to put 2 stitches back on the needle. So I need to put a stopper on there. I just scooted it. I just put the loops back on and scooted it back to the back of my cubby, but yeah, I need to put a stopper on the needle to keep my needle on the to keep my project on the needle. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, got my stoppers. I just saw I got some double knitted needles that I had made into single point needles by putting a stopper on them. So that might be where my stoppers are. That could be where my stoppers are. Okay, I think I'm knitting a bit faster with these shorter needles than the longer needle because the longer needles was a bit slower because of the length and how they were tangling in the yarn. So I got like a faster turnaround when I go to turn the needles around with the shorter needles, and it seemed like I got a little more speed with the knitting action. So yay, that's what I thought could possibly be a bonus for switching up the size, switching up the length, same size, different length. Until I get to the bind off. When I get to the bind off, I change sizes so that I can have a bind off that I enjoy. I like changing the sizes for the bind off. I change it to a bigger size for the bind off. And I'm happy, and I'm happy. Um, my teacher that taught me how to, that was my needle slipping out of my hand. Um, Expressions Fiber Art. I learned how to knit from her. And she says when you bind off to loosely bind off. Uh, for some reason, when I bind off, I kind of maybe forget that part. So I was chatting it up in a live stream with some knitters, and they were saying, well, if you do that, just knit with a larger hook when you go to bind off. Uh, and ooh, I like it. So I let the needles do the work. I did tell myself when I was looking for the bigger needle, I was like, oh yeah, Expression Fiber Art. She was telling me she was saying in the tutorial, to not knit so tight and to knit loosely so that I could bind off with just what I had on hand. It's a PP. It's a personal preference. I rather bind off with the bigger size needle because I know how I feel when I bind off with the same needle that I cast it on and knit it with. Okay, going through these rows swifter with this change here. Yay! Cause I got a lot more let me count my rows. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Almost there. Okay, so 27. What was I saying before I needed to count? I had saw Kelly knitting with some knitting needles that had a scratch at the tip, and she said that that was one of the reasons she liked it, because it had been well loved from its previous owner, and she's put love into it, to that pair of knitting needles as well, with what she's created with them. So here we are. And I think I'm knitting faster, a lot faster. So that'll be great, especially with the longer bands that I have to create. Like It's going to be more than 33 with these other bands that I have to create. I got to create two of them. One's going to be longer than the other. One's going to be longer than the cuffs, and then one's going to be longer than that. And yeah, that's good. I'm going faster. Because switching it out of my hands was a big chore with those longer needles. It probably wouldn't, I probably wouldn't, I didn't mind it. It just seemed a bit bunglesome with this being a small project and those needles being longer than necessary. And this is a weekly assignment. It's got to get done. Well, it's a week's lesson. So if I can have a bit of fluency, that'd be great, and it looks like I have that fluency now. Let me count. I don't know. It might not. Let me, what do I need? I need a sleeve. Is that a sleeve? Yeah, that's a sleeve. Okay. Oh, am I already there? Look like I'm already at the measurement for the sleeve. Let me count. Let's see. I'm just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Wow, I did like 3 of those bumpy things. Wow, yeah, it is going faster. Yeah. What did I say? 29 or 28? I got like 4 more to go if it's one or the other. Okay. I'll be done with this in like, I don't know, whenever I'm done with it. Yay. So that was a good change in tools. Like the longer ones got me started. They were mo mo more readily accessible. But here we are. Today's Wednesday. Mercury Day. Planet Mercury Day. Wednesday. I was working on the first one. I think I started it Monday. Worked on it Tuesday. Finished it Tuesday night. I'm getting this one done in like one day. So that's great. This one didn't take me 2 days to make. The other one took me a while to make with the longer needles. Because this is a shorter project. Need the shorter ones for the shorter project. Okay, how many more do I need to go? I need to go a couple of more probably. Getting closer. I will. And I'm not counting rows. I'm counting bumpity bumps. Bumpity, the bumpities. Oh, okay, let's see. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh, wow. Look at all that I just did. Okay, let's see how many that gives me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay. two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and that's it. That'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right, get my bigger needle and bind off, and then that'll match the. Hold on, I'm putting it up to the sleeve. Like, I don't know if that 33 was one row in or yeah, or two. Could have been a row in. Let me check. Because I got the 33, but like I said, like how that 32 had like two more rows. Like I did like two rows and it was still 32. Maybe maybe I need to do like one more row into 31 for it to be the same. I'm gonna compare with the other one that I just made or that I made earlier. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Now, is it this one 34 because of the bind off? Do I need to do one more row and then a bind off for it to be exact? Yeah, at least. Cause how many rows did I do and I still counted 32? Did I do, did more than one row, had one row, then counted it. That was two. Did I just count two and have 32 or did I count three and have 32? Okay, one more row. Actually, it's looking longer than the first one that I made. Lord have mercy. Okay, they feel okay. They look about the same. Trying to see if I need one more row before that bind off to make it. And I stretched it so when it went back, it seemed like it was the right size. But now that I'm checking it, now that it's relaxed and not stretched, it seems not the right size. Cause how I got to the length of the first one, I just happened upon it. Like I was knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting, and then I was like, how far am I along? And then I thought I might have did too much. I looked down. I was like, like, did I do enough? So I measured it up, and then saw that it was enough, and then I counted and went from there. And you just keep going. You just keep crafting till you get there. Like it's no length amount, just the length amount is make it enough. That's the length amount. Make it enough. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, let me measure out my long tail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Oops. Don't want to cut that. That was the long tail to my other cuff. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 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 yeah. Another cuff done. Okay, let me see what I wound up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, I wound up matching it. It's at 34 because of the next row made the 34th one, and then I bound off. So when I got to 33, I had to do one more row before I bound off. I think that's what made the 34th bumpity bump. Okay, so got my cuffs done. Whew, I got this one done. Let me check the hour. Cause I got this done in like a couple of hours. Mm, got the cuff done in a couple of hours. This one. So yay. Okay. Get my cuffs up. Then I have my bands to do. So I have to look at the pattern for that to begin the bands. The color change is muy bonita, so that's good. I can I don't I'm not sure if I can tell the color difference. So hallelujah, yay! It rolled on up in there seamlessly, uh, connecting with the other half of um the I might not be looking at the other end. I just rolled it up. Okay, that's the there go one end. Here's the other end. No, they look the same right now. They look the same right now. They have a different texture, but they look the same. So I am gonna be conditioning the yarn. What's on my agenda to condition the different textured yarn. Uh, okay, so it's Wednesday. I got 2 cups done. So, okay, is today Wednesday? Yeah, it's still Wednesday. It just turned Wednesday. So that's great. I'll be able to get a band started today. It is a longer piece. It's a bigger and longer piece. So I'll have the rest of the day to work on that. And what the other stuff I gotta work on with the buttonholes. So big fun. Big fun. I've enjoyed the process and the self-expression that this stitch along has presented. So I am probably going to be watching the tutorial again. Possibly. Let's see. Um, maybe not, because I am doing a wee bit of my own thing. uh, I probably need. That's why I need to watch the tutorial for the buttonhole instructions. Let's see. Okay, did the sleeve cuffs. Okay, after the sleeve cuffs comes the body edging. Let me make sure that's the end of that. Yep, period. So side and sleeve. Oh, I can already add the cuffs. Oh, okay. Slightly stretched measures length. Oh, okay, I did it correct to fit. Okay, so I get to add the cuff to the sleeve. So sleeve cuff. So side and sleeve seam. Body edging. Okay, I'm gonna be doing double what I just did with stitch wise. Stitch wise. Then after that one, neck front button, whole band. Nine. Okay, not so much, but it's gonna be might be longer. Could be the same amount. Maybe not. No. Okay. Not, the thought of it seems humongous. The look of it is like, oh, all right, all right. So the body band is the longest or the most stitches. Okay, so I like these stitch counts here. Okay. Okay. Hold on, let me think. Turn a it to in a road. No, sew in place as you go on the side for version 1 or on right side for version 2. Oh, I didn't even notice they had different sides. Okay. Wait. Oh, I see now. I think. Wait. Version 1, version 2. I don't see now. Are you talking about the knitted? The knitted version? Because the two versions I see here have the buttons on the same side, the crochet one. Okay, yeah, I need to look at the tutorial on how to place the band. It's saying to place the band some kind of way. So not there just yet. Back up and go back to the body banding. No, the body edging. And get this one started. So I'm gonna do all my bands and then start sewing them together. What did I do with my cuffs? Make sure I put them up. Okay, I put them up, put them away. Complete all my cuffs. At the end of it though, it does say to go ahead and sew it up. Hmm. The way the pattern is saying to do the cuffs is gonna be much more like sufficient to the flow of the cuff between the cuff and the sleeve. It's gonna be more sufficient, like an even flow texture. Okay, it'll be all right.